Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and we have another new series of RimWorld coming alongside. Well, as of right now, it is going alongside our Chain of Ascension. I've been recording quite a few episodes just so I can quickly edit them down throughout the summertime and my full-time job. And I've came across a problem with it that I think isn't going to actually appear for at least another 8 or 9 episodes. So that's a long way in the future that I have to deal with. I think it's just a matter of waiting for a compatibility update to happen. So hopefully I don't have to do anything drastic like uninstall a couple of mods. But if we do, then, well, we will. At any rate, we are back. We've got a new RimWorld series, and kind of to go alongside the RimEffect mod that has dropped recently, as well as the N7 expansion, or I guess mini add-on. I don't know. There was another another module add-on to it, and so anyways, I decided to create this interesting RimEffect war scenario. And I kind of did a little bit of this, or titled a little bit of this. So you decided to try and set up a nice colony here, despite the world being war torn. But hey, life here hasn't been so bad, and people here can be nice, right? Well, that seems that's changed. This system is getting haunted by near constant space battles, and it's starting to take its toll on the planet. In time, deadlier weapons will be called for, ones that will cause planetary radiation, blocking of the sun, and the eventual total collapse, meaning the planet goes boom. As much as you and your friends want to remain here to build a new life, you'll need to get a ship to the stars and leave the planet to survive. Can you make it out of here before you destroy it, or will you fall with the planet? Now, here's the thing. We're not exiting the normal way. I have save our ships installed as well, so we are going to be attempting to build one of those to escape the planet-killing weapon, which, as you can see, a interstellar planet-killer weapon is approaching this planet. It will smash the planet apart like a rifle bullet hitting an egg, annihilating all life in exactly 300 days, so about 5 years. I haven't done any playthrough with Save Our Ships where I've managed to actually get to that point. So I have no idea if this is enough time to get that research going to even get off the planet. So yeah, we have a few different instances that are going to be created. I think I'm going to add a couple of more that are going to be on repeat to try to give us a bit of an advantage. But the ones that we have is there was going to be ship combat every 9 days. I was originally thinking every 7, but I thought, 7 might be a little much. 9 I think is okay. I'm going to be adding meteorite crashes when I find it on the incident list. I have toxic fallout going to be occurring at the 150-day mark. There's a guaranteed one to happen there, and that's kind of the signaling that they are starting to bring in some more deadlier weapons. Long nights are going to happen at the 180, and I got one more that I've planned that's going to either be an ice age or a global warming event. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I'm probably going to opt for the global warming since it'll be harder to cool things down. But that's not, again, that and these two here are to symbolize that deadlier ship weapons are being introduced, and it means that eventually there's going to be a planet killer, well, as it says, a planet killer weapon that's coming. And what the weapon's actually meant to deal with is whoever happens to be in charge of the system, which you could say it's the Empire, it's another spacer faction, whatever. They are going, okay, you know what, we're done with this. We're going to bring this massive weapon and we're going to try to destroy the enemy fleet, and in the process, it's going to blow up the planet. So that's kind of my idea about that. So Pardon me for a moment. I will get ourselves set up and in world, and I will also show off what I have in store for what our starting resources are going to be. Alrighty, so this kind of took me a little bit of time to put together. I was just turning up my headphones for some reason. I meant to turn them down. Anyways, this took me a little bit to put together because, well, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to kind of go for here. But I finally did come up with something. So, we have instead of 3, we're going to have 4 main columnists here. Of course, we're playing as Alarak, who, for whatever reason, I never actually bothered to change these. What are these, for that matter? Anyways, we also have Cyborg, our fantastic researcher, and joining us is the one and lovely. I should probably change these two. So we're not Imperial. We are. Oh, what's another faction? Oh, what's another faction out there? Well, I can't use. I've kind of run out of Star Wars terms. I don't want to use Republic. Starcraft. Anything. I'm not actually sure what a name I should put for him. I know for our guy here, he's, well, once again, he's the leader, so. Okay, what's a good title to put it at? What's another synonym for the leader? Well, I'm sure I'll think of something really quickly. Yeah, I'm sure I'll think of something. I also got to figure out what we're doing with here. Can't use Sons of Korhal. Ooh, I know. Ooh, that just fits. I think I spelled Confederate right. But from the Confederacy in StarCraft. Not from, if there is one in Mass Effect, which there could possibly be. It's not from that. I think I spelled Confederate wrong. Let's see here. Pardon me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Just double check. No, I've technically spelled it right. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I still have to think of a name for a leader here. Although, I don't think I've used Warlord yet. I may have. I'm not sure, but anywho, I'm just gonna switch around a couple of points there. I'll do. And yeah, so we are part of the. Why did I spell this wrong? There we go. There we go. Confederate. There we go. All right. So we have, well, we've already seen Cyborg and Alarak, but of course we have Bradley, who is primarily going to be our construction guy, and he's also secondary purpose of our crafter, and we have Kendrick, who is much better at defending us, so he's going to be, pretty well armed. I'm actually going to bump that by 2 points there. And do we know any relationships? It's somebody that we had in our pool of characters. But for equipment, this I spent some time trying to go through and think. I think I've come up with an ideal loadout. So a few industrial level medicine for our guys. Obviously, we need some food. I have a mod that I'm not sure what mod adds it in, but it adds in new tiers of packaged survival meals. So now it ranges from, and I'm pretty sure it's a vanilla expanded thing because there's simple, fine, gourmet, and lavish. So there's 4 different types. So I'm pretty sure it's vanilla expanded. I have metals expanded with us, or materials expanded metals, and I think plastics. So we have iron, copper. We all start with a little bit of this, And that will help us to get going, especially if we don't happen to spawn with any on the map. We got the normal few weapons start with. And lastly, we have ourselves a male and female muffalo. Now, I was considering actually getting the muff units wherever they are. I can't actually find them. Oh wait, no, I think they're just up here. I think at period, technically, what is that? Oh, archlope. Interesting. Let's see here. Yep, there's muff units. So I was considering going with muff units. However, they are really powerful, and I'd rather would build into them instead of start with them. So, yeah, I'd prefer to build our own first, and then, you know. So yeah, this is our starting loadout. These are our starting characters. So without further ado, let's hop into the action. And here we go. I even made a custom message here to kind of explain another aspect. So we have Rim cities installed, and I'll show you guys the map in just a second. But this place looks like a good starting area. It looks like there are several abandoned cities on the surface. Guess some people some people left the planet because they're, the increase in air attacks. My foot is falling asleep. Perhaps building up a bit before heading for those cities might be a good idea. Not IE, but we should probably get researching. Looks like most of the other bases are going to be fortified settlements that are trying to fight off other raiders and the desperate. So we may want to make sure that we're well armed. And of course, can we make it off this world before the planet blows up? I guess we'll find out. Yes, texture update. Thank you. Well, now that was super quick. I didn't even plan that. Not even kidding, that's not even in the events. But here is the map that we're looking at. It's very sparse to kind of indicate that people have already basically left the place. And of course, we are going to be, I think, still getting the pristine ruins popping up every now and then. I believe there's a total of 29 factions on the map, including, if we come over here, a couple of brand new ones. So we have the 17th Alliance Fleet. And if we take a look at the... let's see here. Let's go around the round table, see if there's any new symbols here. I think the answer is just yeah. Oh, no, that's settlers. So the 17th Fleet Alliance, this is from RimEffect. So currently we are... we're friendly with them at the given moment, but who knows how long that will last for. And yeah, so I spawned us off close to some insectoids, as well as close to, along the road, we can get some easy access to our first major city, or ruined city. We'll have to, granted, go in and clear them out, but we can get there. We also have another one that's a bit further down the road, and if we need to clear them out, we can. But the idea is we're going to try to clear out these cities. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go out and deal with all the mechanoids on the planet. And actually, now that I think about it, I was kind of hoping for some more abandoned cities. Not going to lie. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. Anywho. Let's see what we got. Now, I did take off, I think, realistic terramorph. What is this creature? Feeds on iron compound. Excuse me. So yeah, I did take off real ruins. So that's kind of why all these are here. And my goodness, we actually spawned in an area with a lot of stuff that we could take apart. Even an ancient danger over here. That's pretty nice. What's this here? Iron walls. Ooh, I like that. Let me just double check each of these areas, because sometimes a deadly creature likes to spawn a Tetra slug. And I'm not getting near that. People are just going to go absolutely crazy if we do. There's some artwork and some of this stuff here. Lithium ore. I think we could sell that for quite a bit. But yeah, it looks like we have a pretty good area to get started with. We also have ourselves this little anima tree, so I think a good starting spot's going to be on this side of the river here. Build up a little bit and attempt to build in... Oh, excuse me. Build up a little bit so that we can meditate around this tree and try to see if we can get our side level up on any character that we happen to promote to a Psi user. So yeah, as mentioned, we have a Planetkiller weapon on the way. So that means we have 5 years or 300 days to get off world. Which, if you let me load up my research... Okay, let's take a look at our research tree. So, we have quite a bit that I have quite a bit that I need to research. Obviously, we are starting from scratch. But, oh, excuse me. If we come down here, since I think all my shipbuilding parts are going to be down closer to the bottom. Oh, cool. We can build T1 androids if I really chose to, which I honestly think that might be one of our first research, so that we can really start to pump out, artificially increase our... interesting. Basic holodeck. That's probably for RimEffect, a guarantee. Oh yeah, I don't think that's for RimEffect, but if we look for... Oh yeah. We'll be getting into this later, I think. Oh yeah, we'll be getting into some of this that fun stuff much later. The Genesis. Oh, that's a SRTS ship. We're not going into that anytime soon. But if we look for hull foam, shipbuilding basics. Yeah, so we'd have to get to shipbuilding basics and build a lot of stuff in order to get ourselves into outer space. Which, could we do that in such a short amount of time? Well, I think the answer ultimately is, yeah, we could build a ship and launch it into the atmosphere. But would it be a good ship? That's a good question, because in addition to just needing to get off of the surface, we have to survive up there, and that requires a bunch of research in itself. So, I suppose to answer the question of, can we get off of the planet? The answer is yes. Can we sustain ourselves off the planet? Currently, even if we get a small ship that can go up there, I think not. So we're gonna have to build quite a bit in order to get there. And I believe in order to start, we should go for, my goodness, that's gonna take a little bit longer than I anticipated. And you may have noticed did I take him out? Okay, no I didn't. I thought I took out Rimatomics. So I'm about to say, you may have noticed that I took Rimatomics out. Turns out, no, I did not. Thank goodness I'm smart. But we also still have a bunch of other issues to deal with. For instance, and this is another problem, we need to get steel. So, yeah, that's a bit of an issue in itself, since I believe Save Our Ships indeed has a patch with expanded materials, metal, and, well, the other one that I can't remember, plastics or whatever I said. It does have a compatibility patch, which means it understands that it can use some of the metals generated from there, which likely means stainless steel is going to be a factor. And of course, we need power. So, I think our best bet is to first, instead of going for the T1s, we go for the water mill generators, and then queue up our T1 androids. This way, we can This way we can get our power, we can get our high-tech research bench, which should help us research a little bit faster, and we also unlock a bunch of other techs that we can go down and start to research on them. We're gonna need quite a bit. Then once we get T1 androids that can start putting them together, we'll then consider working on some other techs, some other earlier game techs. What specifically? I've got no idea at the moment. Modern furniture would be a nice start. Get some extra comfort level going around. Beer brewing would be good too. And just basically a lot of other stuff would be pretty good. A good idea. So, anyways, we need to get ourselves started because, well, we're 22 minutes in, and we've barely gotten started. So, excuse me. We're going to settle close to this anima tree so that we can have ourselves some meditation zones close by. 1, 2, and 3. I guess go 4 and 5, even though I don't think the androids can meditate. So let us also build up ourselves a nice big square building. So we'll start here, go up by 20, go to here, now go to about here. And we will put in a nice, well, let's see here. So I do want there to be some rooms in here for our colonists. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like that. There we go. We're gonna build it out of wood so that I can save our other materials here. Which, now that I think about it, I probably should have asked them to. I probably should have told myself to get some wood. I'd start with a bit of wood, but oh well. We can start with chopping down a few trees around the area. Afterwards, we're going to need to get ourselves some. Well, I took out. Let's see if I can find it here. Floors. We'll be getting into this later. For now, don't worry about it. As you can see, I did take out the tilled soils mod, and that should make the experience a little bit harder. Combined with Dub's hygiene, where we have to make sure our colonists are pretty well, looked after in terms of hygiene. I really don't know where I was going with that one. So yeah, we gotta look after them for that. So I want my research room to be here. I suppose go all the way up to the top. Let's see here. So there's a gap right there. We'll cancel those 4 walls. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, let's start. We will go ahead and quickly assign a few jobs to the colonists. You are always going to be researching because I always need research, and you can also hack too. You're a researcher and hacker. Alarak, you better than? Actually, you're not. So surprisingly, our shooter is going to be primarily working on plant cutting and harvesting when he's on his downtime. I suppose that'll leave Alarak to do mining, quarrying. Cyborg, I suppose I can have a secondary for tailoring. Oops. You bump that up to 1 construction. Bump that up to number 1, 2. I'll actually have that take place over hunting. And let's see. So there we go. Just like that. Got some tasks assigned to. So let's see here. We'll also make a stockpile zone in the back here for now. And you are allowed to take all of these with us. Alarak, you're better at... Oh, we did upgrade your shooting. you good at? You're better at melee, so equip the hatchet. Kendrick is a good shot. Bradley, you could go either or. Go ahead and start these guys going. Are they, yep, they're gonna haul everything to, they're gonna haul all the stuff over to the inventory. Okay, so colonist beds, right. That's another thing we can get started on. Furniture. Let's go ahead and get these going. Encountered a bit of a lag spike there. I don't know if this is going to be super laggy or not. By the looks of things, it is. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Can be a bit laggy as we play through. Oh yeah, that's kind of noticeable on 3 times speed. I might have to install the runtime mod onto this as well. Maybe take out a couple of mods before we start to get underway with them. Let's see here. So, that's another thing I want to... Oh, there we go. It's clearing up a little bit. Maybe we just need to get started. So, furniture. I would like a dining table chair there. Actually, move that over to there. Cancel that. Put that there. Let's see here. Like that. This will be our kitchen area. So let me go ahead and we'll just put up a couple of chairs. Put up a couple of tables there. Like that. Once we have our rooms built, should be good to... Okay, so let's start with that, get that going, and have all of our boys start to harvest. What's Cyborg doing? Cyborg's going to go ahead and move the last of the stuff over. Let's see if we can get her to claim some artwork. A rock sarcophagus. What is that made out of? Rock? Oh, very descriptive. Got a lot of iron-based stuff around here, which is pretty nice. Steel urn. Not going to provide any beauty. 5. We'll claim it. So, reinstall this in this room here. That's a bronze urn. Bronze, how much is that going to... That's actually going to provide 8. So that's not bad. Alright, Cyborg, once you're done, I'd like you to do both of those, please. Oh, looks like we got a third one down here. How much is sandstone going to provide? 6. So we'll claim and reinstall that into there. Try to boost our rooms up a little bit as best as we can. We want to... Oh, there's another bronze urn down there. Go ahead and put these together. And another 2 bronze urns. My goodness, this is actually a pretty good map. I promise you guys, I did random this. Like, okay, here I can even show you. See, you random this one. I didn't spawn into creative or do anything. Let's see. So, is there anything else? Is there anything here? Not quite. There's nothing here. I think this might have actually... No. That's... I think this was always here. Oh well. Anyway, we're almost finished with construction of this area. Okay, Alarak, can I get you to deliver the wood to this room? Bradley, construct that. Afterwards, I'd like you to work on that. Let's give everybody, oops, a little bit of things to do in construction so that they can at least put it together. Let's see. So, Bradley's in the middle of building up this place. The first bedroom has been complete. The good thing for us is these androids aren't going to need any sleep. They also don't need any wreck. Now, only this one is simple-minded. Our T2 is not simple-minded. Although, did I give him a trait? Yeah, I did give him the industrious trait. Because he didn't have any trait. This one automatically came with it, with the simple-minded trait, so... Yes. Let's see. No, can I get you to please finish up these so that we could start to build this room up? Let's hurry up with that so that we can... Sorry about that, Alarak. Look at that. You now have a room to yourself. Alright, let's go ahead and enable the research table. We need to get started on this research, so go ahead and work on those blueprints. By morning, I'd like to have this place finished. So can you eat one of these? I can tell him to eat one of them. Does he get a mood boost from eating from the table? I guess not. Although he does feel pretty happy for building these. Now, fun fact, I was actually considering building, or adding in 2 more T1 colonists. I ended up deciding not to do that as, well, it would definitely have been a little too overpowered. Oh, hold on a second. We need a door back to there. Good thing I remember. Good thing I checked for that. Yeah, I had actually originally considering adding in a couple extra T1s, but restricting myself a bit more. Good job, Bradley. Soon we shall be finished building up our kitchen area. Well, hold on. I'd prefer it if you quickly fixed up this room, please. You do that for me, and I'd be very grateful. And let me see here. We can actually build a couple of I guess one research cabinet. Build it right there, since I prefer not to move it, and we're eventually going to have one table here and one table here with our multi-analyzer sitting right there. It's not going to be the most optimum lab setup. Oh, and the other thing is we should probably get some torches. We'll get a torch in this room so that you can research a bit quicker. Alright, you're doing pretty good. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and build this right here. So how big is this? 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. So then the inside is all 20. And that's 15. Excellent. I can easily divide that up nicely. So add in a couple of these here. We will remove the floor there. Let's go ahead, remove those. And we'll start planting grow zones. Start building up our grow zones. Oh, hold on a second, my friend. We actually want to primarily focus on rice for these 2 modules there. Then we're going to actually cut this one in half. then here, I'd like to get ourselves some heal root. I take that back. I'd actually like to get myself some cotton. Here, we'll get smoke leaf, since... Actually, no. That could be the smoke leaf area, and this can be... I suppose... I think we can get tea at the moment and use it. And go from there. So yeah, Kendrick's also going to come down and start building there. What's Bradley doing? Bradley, he's doing the moving. That's titanium. All right, we got ourselves some titanium here, boys. Not bad. Not bad indeed. So it looks like our first little day here is, well, I guess our second day. Making quite a bit of progress. Oh, geez, she's really made a lot of progress. The only downside to this is we currently don't have any steel at the moment. So we're a little out of luck there. But I do have a potential solution. Actually, yeah, we are going to have to do that and then go steel alloying. We require this one. We go ahead and T1 and then queue that up at the very end. I did forget about that. Oh yeah, speaking of, what's our wildlife situation like? Only one hostile, and it's a razor jack. That shouldn't be too hard. Let's see, so we have lead, got lead. We do have compact machinery there, so we can build our water mill generators. And we'll need to get a bunch of a lot of other research going too. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slow start, like all RimWorld series tend, like I guess most RimWorld series tend to be. But once we get this train up and going, we should be good to go. Although, and this is a little troubling.
And welcome back. You have made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed, maybe share this video to anybody who you think will enjoy my content, and also don't forget to check out some of my other stuff. I'm not only doing this game, but I also have done a ton of other games. Well, a ton, I think. I'm not sure how many games I've done at this point, but anyways, here's a small bit of collection of games that I've done. And if you look on screen, it should take you to either another video or a playlist. Maybe you'll enjoy that. Perhaps you might not. I don't know. We will find out. Hope you all enjoyed, and until next one, take it easy.